Hello, just checking in. Wanted to, spend a second or just take a second to share and to encourage one person that I interacted with not too long ago. And I don't know, I'm sure things are as they seem, and you'll hear a story like this anywhere once on newspaper or TV, because that's not going on at all. But here's the story, okay? And now to a provable degree. Just one story. When I reflect back, it's the 4th of July month, right? It's July and all that, right? Yay, patriotism. So, okay, not too long ago, I went on a bit of a forced road trip because I had to take care of familial things. And on the first day of my road trip, I stopped not too far along the way in a border town somewhere in Georgia. And it was really nice to get out. One thing I noticed about the area is that whatever else, enough of the people were a bit more honest than some of the folks elsewhere. But okay, fair enough. I had to go somewhere for dinner that night, just staying at a hotel. So there was a Taco Bell not too far away. So I go to the Taco Bell, and here's exactly what happened. And then you can tell me what you think about it, okay? So I walk into the Taco Bell. I notice it's a bit crowded. There's 5 to 6 orders ahead of me, 8 people standing there. And you can only order on one of those touch screen things. But okay, I go. I place my order. As I'm about to place the order, first of all, some snarky enough 20-something employee of Taco Bell comes out and he says, "Ladies and gentlemen, I just want to tell you that we're out of lettuce, so just don't push no lettuce on your orders. There's no reason to not push it, but no one's going to get lettuce, and no lettuce. And don't forget, don't have to push, no lettuce on the order." And slaps the thing on. So I didn't think much of it at all at the time. That just happened to be, he came out as I was walking in to do that. So, okay. And I do happen to order my tacos from Taco Bell without lettuce, so I made sure to just push, tacos minus the lettuce anyway, man. But, okay, so I order my meal, and I take my place behind other folks who were there first. About a minute later, a young person comes in. He is 16 or 17, thereabouts, clearly some high school-aged kid. And he comes in, and he's working on the touchpad, and he's getting frustrated because he just keeps pushing it, and it's not working for him. And I sort of crack a joke. I say, the thing's got a mind of its own sometimes. And he was just very upset. He is, it's not that. And I sort of go over by him and strike up a conversation. It starts working. And he orders his food. And he says, nah, it's not that. Even when it does work, you don't get your food. And I said, what do you mean? And he says, they don't give you your food here. If you're some of us. I've come here many times. I don't. Even when you pay and you have a receipt, you're not going to get your food. It depends on who's working and what, And I said, that doesn't, didn't, I'm sorry that happens. Certain mean things happen to me, but you sure? He was adamant. And then he even, I said, I'm sorry about that. And he even started to say, it's not a big deal. And he starts crying. You could tell how much it hurt him, and he's telling me the truth. He sucked it up pretty quick and recovered or whatever. I say, listen, man, he said, I just wanted to come here and see, order the food. I don't even care if I get it or whatever. And I say, yeah, well, fucking hey, definitely, just stay here. You get your food. And he said, no, I won't. So, long story short, 5 minutes go by, 10 minutes go by, 15 minutes go by, 20 minutes go by. Not one person has gotten any food. The whole time, the staff in the Taco Bell seem to be doing something. Maybe they're taking care of just the window orders. Who could say? But enough of us now know each other because even though they were mostly older people, they were complaining for themselves. Someone. If it said at one point, why they usually this slow here? And some old guy says they're not nice people here or whatever. And that was his response. So finally, after 25 minutes, they say, here's your order, Tim. Have a good night. Here's your order. Order for Tim. Like that. I don't do anything at first because I say, do you mean me? You mean order 108 or whatever? Yeah, Tim, here's your order. Have a good night. like that. And I just sort of said, well, okay, I mean, I guess I should be glad that I got my food ahead of all these people, right? I mean, like, I turned around, I said, hey, sorry, I got, my food first, right? It must be lucky me, right? And made some lady laugh. So I go right back next to the kid because I had already assured him earlier, I'm staying to make sure you get your food. So I had already covered that. So I just walk back next to him and I say, lucky me, huh? Like, maybe you'll be next because you ordered after me, even though there's like 8 other people standing here. So about 20 seconds after I go back just standing there, same guy who slapped the lettuce thing on 25 minutes earlier just goes, ladies and gentlemen, we regret to inform you, we're out of food. There's no food. We're going to give you your money back. You just come right here and we're actually going to give it back to you this time. We'll do. And of course, people were way more charitable than me, but they were very frustrated about it. Why would it take them 30 minutes to notice they didn't even have enough food to fulfill the orders they already taken? Why did I get food and not anyone else? Who knows? So the kids laughing about it. And I even said to him, you want me to stay and make sure they like give you your money back this time? And he said, no, that's all right. They probably even will, but either way, I don't care. Like, he was way more happy with the outcome for some reason than was I, because I don't understand that. And I was mad about it for all these people who just had to sit around getting jerked around, only to, sure enough, they did not actually get their food. And that's just one thing on that trip. And that is to a provable degree, because it's a Taco Bell. So there was not 1, not 2, but like 4 to 8 angles of everybody standing around, only to like just I get my food after ordering after all these people. And then 20 seconds later, they're getting them refunded. It was just nuts. And of course, that young person was more honest. And other than, I didn't quite know what to say to him about certain problems, but like, that's just a symptom of, a bigger problem. Right? I mean, these were like, I don't know. I don't even want to bother. Okay. Because I just, I understand. I'm praying for you. I apologize. I forget your name, but you're a good young kid. Other than like, right, maybe you don't hate the country or Jesus enough and they're just trying to like beat it out of you or whatever. I sort of joked about it even there, like to you, because I don't know what to say. I mean, hang in there, all right? Because these people, they're not going to notice. But woe to me if I should turn into the sort of person who, Musk and them must say free speech, right? Let me collect that pocket pay for the talking point, right? Between Truth Social and X, there must be anything at all like correct about like anything to this day, right? When it's not political, it's not left, right, or center. That's a young person who's clearly like in a bunch of pain. I know that one. You push things down just to sort of be able to deal with it, and then if you talk about it, it wells up. So that happened twice during a 5-minute conversation waiting for food. Sure enough, he was even right. But that's just one thing from the same trip that, right, 20 anonymous people, even though the cops were nice, and a different story I already told in a joke on a thing, knew I didn't do anything, but it didn't, there are a lot of unfair things, right? But then they assure you that, oh no, just Tim's a crazy, or whatever it is, right? That's why you shadow banned, and that's why we don't talk about that, like, methodology. It's not that. That is a reflection of what they do in real life. Just so you understand it, what they're trying to do with the digital tyranny. And it's just plain sight, they don't notice it once. But hang in there, because you are like, I don't know, I'm praying for you, and maybe it will get better, and don't let them take it from you. Because whatever else, I assure you, they just want to ruin people who want to rule their own minds and aren't going to listen to people who want to tell them what to do. Just to protect lawless things like that. And even, it's a form of debanking that's not legal once. There's even some snarky, like, infirmed fellow 20-something, like, I don't know, lady who came in and was snarking with him. She didn't, trying to bust on that kid, too. She seemed to know him. And I said, like, woe to you if you're, like, organized religion of choice, you get, like, ratted out, because this is highly illegal, and you seem to be celebrating it, even though these, Not one person who didn't get the food seemed to appreciate it, but Anyway, there's a lot of things that they don't report. But I ain't gonna be like that once. And so while I pray for everyone, I especially pray for innocent people like that, while these shitbags, day in, day out, whatever on the TV and even the internet, which is far worse when you think about it, because that's a lot more incentive. No, it's just right. I would lose my grace if I were to pretend that there's no one, like no organized wicked stuff going on against some by others to a like unsustainable degree for a while in this country, let alone just to guess some of the other ones. Have a very good day though. God bless.